I'm counting on you, Lu Xun.
Anytime now.
Okay, we are at the Battle of Ling, and a lot has actually happened in the story from the last battle on this one. I'm not sure how much they'll cover it in the background, but let's actually see.
At Changban, Liu Bei barely escapes with his life. Joining forces with Sun Quan, he manages to destroy Cao Cao's pursuit. At the same time, he regains control of Jing. They call this the Battle of Qi Bi. With Jing as a base, Liu Bei turns west to Shu. Winning control of Shu, he is finally in a position to begin Zhuge Liang's Heavenly Triangle. However, Sun feels threatened by Bei's growth. He allies with Wei, and together they seize control of Jing. A furious Bei swears revenge. By 221, Bei's army had been attacking Yiling Castle for a year. The men are exhausted and so worn out that at first they do not notice Wu's counterattack.
Okay, that was actually a pretty decent summary, but there are like a lot of very important plot points that kind of get removed in that explanation. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'll be even able to cover everything just because of all the different things that happen. And I have to actually go back to kind of the beginning of Liu Bei's story too, because the explanation will involve some of his officers that, again, it won't become relevant until I think at the next game. But in this game, like, basically, Guan Yu, he shouldn't be alive right now. And his death is actually kind of the reason why this battle is prompted in the first place. But I'll see what I can do. I'm going to go ahead and just, I guess, get started. Conditions. Obviously, defeat of Sun Quan. For defeats, Liu Bei defeated. So there we go. So, Liu Bei's story actually begins before the Yellow Turban Rebellion. He meets two officers, Zhang Fei and Guan Yu, which are his most loyal retainers. They've been with Liu Bei since the very beginning, and they actually formed a pact together to be sworn brothers, where essentially, even though they're not related, they will treat each other as brothers, and they will not only live together and do everything for each other, they will also die on the very same year, the very same month, and the very same day. That is kind of their pact that they made. And their pact goes a long way, honestly, because they get very far. As it said in that description, they seize like 1/3 of the land, which is again how kind of this becomes the story of the three kingdoms between Shu, Wei, and Wu. And yeah, they kind of manipulate Wu. They ally with Wu to get rid of Wei, or to stop Wei's advance southward. It works, but then Shu actually goes on not really much of a power trip, but they do seize basically the southwest of the land of China. And Wu doesn't like that. They think that, oh, well, okay, Shu's becoming way too powerful now. And, you know, we had this alliance, and now they're kind of becoming their own thing. We don't like that. So they actually team up with Wei. They actually assault Guan Yu, who's in control of the lands in between Shu and Wu. And they kill Guan Yu, which extremely upsets Liu Bei. He goes to war with Wu out of anger, and that's pretty much what prompts this battle right here. But because they kind of ignore those storylines in this game, we don't actually get any of that context. So instead, they just say that, oh well, Shu's getting more powerful. Let's attack him, and that's basically all that there is here, honestly. Okay, so what they're going to do right here is they're assaulting Zhang Fei right now, who again actually shouldn't be alive for this battle either, because he dies shortly after Guan Yu dies. So he shouldn't be alive either, but for this battle, they're going to use him as kind of the sacrificial lamb to kind of make Liu Bei even more angry. But, there's not much we can do about that. Zhang Fei is going to be losing a lot of morale. He's probably actually going to get defeated here, but, we should still be okay. I don't think we'll be in too much danger here, especially if I continue to slay forces. Here's Meng. He is a, kind of a strategist slash warrior of the Wu army. He's pretty cool. I kind of like him. I like his character. I don't like using him very much in Dynasty Warriors games, but I like his character though, because he's kind of a, again, kind of a mix of a strategist and like a actual fighter too. Also, I guess Ling Tong was under his control, so that's why Ling Tong was running away. Ling Tong being a character that's not a playable character in this game, but will be in a future Dynasty Warriors game. I want to say he becomes playable in Dynasty Warriors 5. Yeah, 5. So yeah, that's pretty much the historics of this battle, I guess you could say. So we're gonna try to, I guess we're gonna try to help out. Oh, there's someone else over here too. Who do we have over here? There is someone over here, right? Yeah. Oh, it's Zhou. Okay, Zhou is, once again, he's kind of the Zhao Yun of the Wu forces. But he's more of a strategist. The battle that brought Shu and Wu together to take out Cao Cao, it was actually a combination of our strategist Zhuge Liang and Zhou Yu's efforts. And they basically, I'll talk about that battle more when we actually get to it. We won't play it in this storyline, obviously, but we'll play it in, I think, both Wu and Wei's storylines, so I'll talk more about that then. But the victory that they achieved when they were together was thanks to the brilliance of Zhuge Liang and Zhou Yu, so they were able to come together and really put the hurt on Cao Cao for sure. And that's why Zhou Yu is kind of looked at as the, again, as the Zhao Yun of the Wu forces. He also has very, very long hair. But I think he's also, like, he's supposed to be, and, like, I think they even call him this a lot, too. He's kind of the pretty boy of the Wu forces, like he's given the nickname the handsome Zhou Yu, I believe. Something like that. I might be thinking of something else. He's also not dying. He'll die now. Take that, fool. Oh, and he's actually dead. Okay, cool. Oh, he's dead! Yay! No. But yeah, like, when we reach the final battle with a force, the enemy officers will start dying. So, like, in the last battle, like, none of the characters were dying, they were just retreating. That's because we had another battle with them, and that'll be our last battle with them after this one. So, yeah, since this is our last encounter with the Wu forces, they will actually be dying in this battle. Okay, here we have Taishi. He's a powerhouse of Wu. That's all I can really describe him as. He's a powerhouse. His story becomes more involved when Sun Ce is introduced to the cast of Dynasty Warriors. Who, Sun Ce is probably my favorite character in Dynasty Warriors, like, history. Like, he's just always my favorite. He's one of my favorite characters to use. He's, like, one of my favorite characters personality-wise, too. Just a really, really cool character. But he doesn't become part of the game until Dynasty Warriors 3. And for all of my friends that are watching, I am talking about Chinese Ike, as you guys so brilliantly call him. Okay, here we have Ganing. Ganing is another kind of powerhouse of Wu, I guess you could say. He actually used to be a pirate, which is why he looks kind of the way he does. And when I first played Dynasty Warriors, he was actually my favorite character. I kind of liked using Gani, but not so much anymore. He's still cool, but like definitely not close to my favorite anymore. Okay, so let us take on Ling. This should kill him. Got a nice combo on him right there, which is nice. Okay, so how are we doing here? I think Zhang Fei is defeated by this point. Yeah, Zhang Fei is dead, unfortunately. That's okay. That shouldn't affect very much in the long run. I think he'll still be like alive in the next battle. Which again is really dumb. It really ruins the historics and the historical accuracies of this game, but again, they weren't really thinking about that so much in these first installments. They were thinking more about, okay, well let's actually just go to these battles, give you a weapon, and just try to destroy everything alive. That's pretty much what they were thinking of at that point in time. Okay, so we're getting ready to fight Liu Jun. Liu Jun is supposed to be the Wu's strategist during this battle, and he's like a very brilliant young man. He is very young, though, as we'll probably see in his cutscene. But he's a very brilliant mind. And he basically, in the actual battle of Ling, which is, again, the battle we're playing, he creates a fire attack which pretty much destroys the entire Shu army taking part in this battle. So, yeah, he really does some great damage with this fire attack. And he did some great damage with the fire attack in this particular battle, too. He killed Zhang Fei, who was, you know, technically supposed to be dead at this point. It's actually kind of interesting how Zhang Fei does die, though, because in the story, Zhang Fei actually has like a huge drinking problem. And it's to the point where he drinks a lot and he becomes like very hostile a lot. So one day he gets like really, really drunk. He starts like fighting with his own men, and his own men end up killing him. Because he's just like so unbearable with his drinking problem. So yeah, that's pretty much what prompted the battle, is just the fact that not only did Wu kill Guan Yu, but then also the fact that that Liu Bei lost his second brother not long after that. So really the rage was just consuming him by that point. To the point where he was like, okay, you know what, no. Wu's got to pay for all of this. And that's essentially what prompted the Battle of Yi Ling. And unfortunately, Yi Ling is ultimately the battle where he doesn't die during the battle, but the battle does lead to Liu Bei getting like deathly ill, and that's when he pretty much passes on, and the entire reign of the Shu army passes to Zhuge Liang, the strategist. I hope I'm explaining everything all right. Again, it's hard because this is the essentially the first game in the Shingoku Musou series. It doesn't really explain a lot of the story too much, so I have to do that myself, and I'm not really sure what needs to be explained, what doesn't need to be explained, and stuff of that nature. Because I mean, I would love to play more of Dynasty Warriors series after this game, just because this game is very bare bones and not as developed as the other games. But again, we'll see. Like, I really want to do Dynasty Warriors 3, but the way I want to do the game, I'd be playing a lot of it. It'd be a huge project, so I guess I just kind of have to think about how I want to do that. I thought about doing just like some videos of it and then like streaming other playthroughs and then just kind of putting that on the same playlist or something. But I don't know, like, again, that's still, like, a lot of content anyway, so... Hey, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out at some point. Okay, there we go. Liu Jun is dead. At least you get to die in battle, I guess so. So that's pretty much it for all of the Wu forces. This battle is not going to take me a long time. Before I do anything, though, I need to pick up the health upgrade. Which, the health upgrade's kind of in an evil place. Not so much for the Shu side of this battle, because it won't affect us really that much, but if you're playing as the Wu side, you actually cannot see your map at this point. This is supposed to be a maze, and it's really annoying to get through the maze as it is, but for Shu, because this is our maze, we are granted access to it, and we can actually see everything. But basically, the health upgrade is in here somewhere. I never remember where it is, though, which is going to be kind of a pain. I want to say it's like... It's got to be at one of the ends of this maze. I could always look it up if I'm having trouble, but like I really don't want to do that if I don't have to. I think here it is. This is probably it right here. No, that's just a normal health item. Okay, guys, we're going hunting in a deep and misty maze. I hope you guys are excited for this. Because I'm definitely not. Okay, I think I figured it out. It's not on the outskirts of the maze, it's actually in the dead middle of the maze. Which would make sense, considering I've gone around it so many times and still have not found it. So, probably around here somewhere. It might be easier if I get off the horse, too. Which I might regret, because then the horse might disappear, and then I have to go all the way to the very end on foot. Here it is, right here. Yep, there it is. Okay, so basically right here, not like... Basically the second row of the maze is where I need to be. I think I can remember that. Basically on this long rock right here is where I need to be. Okay, can I find my horse again? Can I find my horse and then leave easily, or did I just screw myself out of having an easy escape? Yep, I screwed myself out of having an easy escape. I knew I shouldn't have gotten out my horse, but I did it anyway. Well, dumb me. Okay, so now we're going to go towards the end. We're going to finish up this battle. This will probably be like the quickest battle I've done so far. I do feel like the battles start out long because they're kind of trying to, like... They're giving you more to work with weaker opponents, so the maps are bigger to compensate for that. But in these other maps, even though the maps are still pretty big, just the fact that like you have all these forces kind of coming at you at once, they'll go a lot faster, I feel like. And plus you have kind of a better handle of the game. You know how combat works a little more, so you're probably like better adapted to take on the enemies too. So that's how I feel like it goes anyway. Okay, so we're almost there. How are their forces looking, by the way? Okay, they're pretty, they're down to like 5 officers, basically. And you should be careful, because again, we are kind of heading into the boss headquarters, which means the enemies will be like a lot more dangerous. They'll hit harder. It's probably going to be more well defended too. And because we are on level 4 out of 5, like, you can definitely expect a rise in difficulty too. So honestly, kind of staying back and kind of helping your other troops get in is not really a bad idea, because then you're kind of giving yourself some extra meat shields you can use. Which I hate using that term, but that's pretty much what they are, to be fair. I used arrows to defeat him. But we will actually have a new general we're getting ready to fight up here too. As you can see, we have lady troops right here. What is prompting these lady troops that we have? Well, if you must know, there is actually a female general over here. Not this person. This person is clearly a man, but I think she's actually heading at me right now. Oh, there she is over there, actually. We'll say hello in just a minute, but here she is. Zhang, the second of 2. Well, technically I guess she's the first, because you actually start with her immediately. And she's actually one of the demo characters as well. So she'll be the 3rd character I'll be playing as in this playthrough. Once I get through this playthrough and then Dion Wei's playthrough. But yeah, she attacks with chakrams, and she's also the sister of the main lord. She's not the wife, she's the sister. In fact, I guess I should probably mention this plot point. Zhang is actually married to our lord, Liu Bei. It's just that she chose to stay on the side of Wu for this battle. So we just essentially killed our lord's wife, but Liu Bei is fully accepting of this. He knows that they come from 2 different families, and he knows that he didn't want Zhang to really choose between the 2, so she's like, just go back to your family, don't worry about me. Although I think historically she does choose Liu Bei. Like, I think she still chooses Liu Bei. It's just that she doesn't in this game, because she is a Wu character anyway. And they didn't want people to get confused thinking, wait, why is she fighting on this side? That's probably what they were thinking anyway. Are there any other generals before I finish up? No, there's not. Just Quan. Okay, so we can finish this now. Okay, come over here, Lord of Wu. You may be the brother of one of my favorite characters, but you still need to go down. You know what? I'm going to try to get exactly 200 kills in this battle. So I'm going to destroy a few other soldiers first. There we go. Unfortunately, he's probably surrounded by other enemies now, so I'm probably going to accidentally kill someone else. Either way, I made it to 200, which is what I was going for. Okay. Come on. Come on. This should finish him off. Oh, no, it won't. He did increase his attack power, though. Oh, damn. That did less power than I thought it would. He is the main lord, though, so I can expect that he'd be a little more defensive, I guess. He should be dead now, and there we go. Exactly 200 kills. Exactly what I wanted. Father, I failed you. I'm sorry. Well, too bad. So yeah, like, he's actually the son of Sun Jian, who is actually the main lord of Wu at the start of the game, but he also passes on very early, so he doesn't remain the main leader of the Wu forces. But yeah, there we go. Battle of Yiling has been finished. I'm going to go ahead and make this assumption right now. I think Lu Xun is probably going to be the second place person. Oh, no, he wasn't. Oh, wow, he didn't even make the charts. Wow. That actually kind of surprises me. Doesn't surprise me that Sun Quan is on there, though, but, yeah, Sun Quan is the only Wu officer that actually made it on here. And he actually tied with someone, too, so, Interesting. Interesting indeed. So yeah, that takes care of Yiling. We only have one battle left, so let's go.